What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to Darkness Rises. This is a brand new action RPG lobby-based dungeon grinder that just came out. So if you want to download it for Android or iOS, the game is now globally available. Now, before we start talking about the game itself, I want to take a second to talk about the performance of the title. Now, as you can see, I have all of my settings maxed out, and I'm happy to report that this game runs like a dream. Frame rate is solid throughout, and the most impressive thing I have to admit is that the game plays as well as it does in the first 5 minutes in the next 5 hours. So typically the longer you play a mobile game, the hotter your phone gets, the worse your performance is. My phone never got hot playing this game. It got warm, but not hot, and my performance was solid throughout. So kudos to the developers on this one. The game runs fantastic. So let's jump in and show you what said game looks like, shall we? So we're gonna go to adventure. I'm gonna do a stage that I've already 3-starred, so we don't have to try too hard. So I can show you what this game is all about. Now, this is a genre on mobile that I don't dive too heavy in. I have played games like Hit and Critica, but I have to say, based off of my limited experience with the genre, this is my favorite title out of all of them that I've ever played. It's flashy, it looks great, sense of impact is fantastic. Now, the first thing you're gonna look at on the screen is the autoplay. Now, right now I'm gonna keep it on, but I'm happy to report that the adventure mode is autoplay, right? If you want to do adventure in dungeons, you can use autoplay if you choose to. However, the story mode, which is actually the most challenging mode in the game, like this adventure stuff is really easy. The story mode is where the actual difficulty comes in, and there is no autoplay allowed in story mode. And that is where I've almost died multiple times. I haven't really died in adventure mode, but in the story mode, I have nearly died multiple times, and you cannot use autoplay. So I know that's important to a lot of people here. So combat. So we're actually going to turn off auto now. Digital joystick. Let's show off some like Batman Arkham Asylum type slowdown finishers right there. So of course you move with your digital joystick. You got your auto attack here. I'll show you a few different moves here. I have an evasion. I have this move, which is a combo move. So I can press it once and then press it again to do a kind of a follow-up. I have this kick. Very cool. This game is super flashy. Watch this one. I connect my weapons together and throw them around in this big boomerang. Watch this finisher here. The game is super flashy and very impressive. Sense of impact is fantastic. And like I said, the graphics bring everything to life. This is, I don't know, somebody point out other style games, these little lobby-based dungeon grinders. Let me know if there's one better than this, but in recent memory, I cannot think of a title that has impressed me as much as this title in this genre, in this field. So that kind of gives you a feel of combat. We're gonna show you some more as well. So that is that, and there's a few quality of life features that are available as well. So you can repeat battle until you run out of stamina. You can do sequential battle. So a lot of times you get to the point where you have a lot of power and you can kind of blow through stages. So you can do sequential battle, and basically the game will go through stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way through until they basically die, which I actually find pretty useful because you tend to find power in other modes. So it's really good to be able to just kind of blow through that when you're not, when you don't really want to have to worry about it. So we will do one story. I will show you that. But adventure is the mode that I was just showing you right here. This is the one where it has autoplay enabled. And then of course you kind of have your daily dungeons that you run. So you have a gold dungeon, which allows you to get gold. You have a daily dungeon, which allows you to get materials to upgrade your gear. And then you have an infinity tower that opens up a little later in the game, but that looks like some type of endless tower mode. There's also co-op available. So you can do a duo dungeon, which is pretty easy. Just hit quick join. Somebody will automatically join your party, queues you up, and you just jump into a little kind of like, I don't really want to call it a dungeon. At least not at this level, it's not a dungeon. It's just really a stage where you kind of protect a center node and you try your best to complete objectives. And I'll show you here in a second. So here we are. We're trying to protect this center portal. You can do this on autoplay. And once again, I kind of appreciate that because you do this multiple times throughout the day. So, after a while, you don't want to always have to manually play everything. I'll do one of my finishers here for you. I missed it. Love the finishers. So the game, even on autoplay, will not do finishers for you. So that's a little added bonus for, playing the game manually. So the next objective here is clear within 45 seconds, which we might be able to do. We'll see. I'm just hitting the wall here. The finishers are so good, and they get it's not the same finisher over and over and over. Depending on what you kill, you have different types of finishers. So it's actually very impressive. All right. This guy has a gun, so watch this. Kill this guy. Watch this. I'm gonna take his gun from him. So now I can actually use his gun as a weapon, and it's really good AoE. I can just kind of spin it around, hold the button down, and just lay waste to my enemies. And this game has a lot of contextual items that you can equip. So of course you can equip guns that I just showed you here. You can equip spears to throw at enemies. You can even ride dragons and ogres and use them as weapons. So it's I'm not even going to be able to do this game justice in this video, unfortunately. So I highly recommend giving the game a shot and just play the tutorial. Think about how bad tutorials are in most games. Play this game, play the tutorial. That should convince you if you should play the game or not, because the tutorial is pretty insane. They pull out all the stops very early in the tutorial, so you really get a feel for what the game is like, and more games should do that. It should be less about these boring tutorials that you see in a bunch of games, and they should be really trying to impress you, because I mean, mobile's such a big platform. There's a lot of games vying for our attention, so they should really, you know, try not to bore people in tutorials and try to really wow them instead. I think that'd be a better use of everyone's time, because these tutorials are so boring. So this should be the last boss here, the Elite Troll. Down he goes. Easy, easy. Strike a nice pose, looking good. And based off of that, you get some materials that you can use to upgrade your gear. And we'll talk about that here in a second. I'll take our loot. And the UI, you know, it's the same type of UI that you've seen before in a lot of these games. Wherever the red dots are, that's where you want to go. So pretty easy. There's a red dot here, go click on it. And I know some people don't really like those types of systems. They kind of get, you know, flooded with red dots. But this game is pretty straightforward with it. The UI is very snappy, as you can see. So you can go through it really quick. Like, I'm opening these chests extremely fast. Let's see if we get lucky and get some good gear on video. D-ranked gear, womp womp. Let's see, can we get some C-rank gear in this chest? D-rank once again. So I'll show you what it looks like to upgrade on your character, however. There's a little bit more stuff to collect here. Once again, just follow the red dots. All right, so here's my character here. So if you want to know how you upgrade gear, it's pretty straightforward. You take duplicates of gear and also materials, and you can take that to upgrade your gear to multiple levels. So a system that you've seen many, many times in other games. It's pretty straightforward. Take all those. Boom. Easy, easy. Now, once you get max, you can also find materials to make the gear go from D to C to B to A. I don't have any of those right now, but that is available. In addition to that, there's also a beauty system, so you can customize your gear, you can dye it. You can also, sorry, let's go back to our character really quick. You can also have like you can have costume slots. You have your wardrobe. You can also turn things on and off. So that is actually a helmet. These pigtails are actually a helmet that I have. This very awesome scarf cape. Once again, I can turn that off if I choose to. So a lot of customization in this game. You will not be disappointed. And once you get tired playing with one character, you can also make additional characters as well. I just froze the game, ladies and gentlemen. But the characters are gender locked. So your warrior will always be a male. Your wizard will always be a hot chick. And of course, your berserker will also be this big dude. So that is that. And of course, I'm sure when it comes to these games, they always add additional characters. So I'd be very curious to see what other characters they add to these games, because the presentation of this title is really well done. So that is that. So let's go back to combat to kind of finish this video off. There's also PvP. So I'll show you a little bit of taste of this, and actually go back for 1 second. So when it comes to PvP, there's ranked match, there's dual PvP, team PvP, and skirmish. And of course, as you play the game, more and more of those unlock. I'm gonna try to find myself an easy encounter. None of those are easy. Oh boy. So I have 31,000 power. I wanna fight someone that I have a chance against. You know what, screw it. We're gonna fight this guy with 42,000 power to see if it's possible. I love this screen, by the way. And you can, there's so many, when you customize your character in this game, there are a lot of options. So you can do any skin color you want, any hair color you want. You can adjust nose, eyes, eyebrows. I mean, pretty much everything. So here we are in PvP. In addition to your normal skills in PvP, you also have a shield here as well. So that's a little bit different. Oh, buddy. I'm gonna try to evade away while he, while I regenerate some of my cooldowns. Let's try to get out of here. Try to use some of my evasion here. Try to be pro. Try to be pro. No autoplay allowed in this once again. Oh my goodness. So once you get stuck in a combo, you can't like just block. Oh, I threw that too early. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. I think we pulled it out. Oh, so close. And the animations, as you can see, are really nice. But that guy has so much more power than me. He almost had 10K more power than me. Come on. Can't expect me to win everything, but I was pretty close considering the power difference. I got to commend the title for that one. So that pretty much does it. Like I said, very great combat system, amazing performance on the app. You got story, you got adventure, gold, daily dungeons, infinity tower. Of course, you got your duo dungeon that I showed you. There's raids to be unlocked. There's more coming and they will be updated. And of course, tons and tons of PvP if that's something that you're into as well. So give it a shot, man. Like I said, the game just came out and I highly, highly recommend it. I guess I'll just go ahead and end this video off by doing this last my most recent story mission. And let's see what this has in story. It's not gonna be any spoilers. Well, actually, I don't know. The story might be good. I've been pressing this button right there. So I got a little escort quest. And like I said before earlier in the video, there is no autoplay allowed. Easy. So I might be overpowered for this because like I said, I've been doing a lot of upgrading. And there is voice acting as well. I'm just going to just show off a little bit. Very awesome. Oh yeah, I'm super strong for this story mode. I should have did this a little while ago. All right, next wave. Oh, I'm going to be capturing a weapon here. I'll take that, Mr. Grim Reaper. So as you can see, once again, some more contextual weapons. Oh, very nice. I'm sure they're going to add a necromancer in this game very, very shortly. Oh, I'm actually getting a little bit of slowdown. I'm getting a little bit of slowdown, but there's so many skeletons on the screen. I need to get that brand new freaking Republic of Gamers phone that's supposed to come out. That's what I really need. Easy. All right, well, this story was pretty easy, but at least we got to see some more of the game. So that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to level 17 as well. Very awesome. I'm going to open up that treasure chest because I want to see if I can get some more C-ranked gear. I'm not going to talk about the cash shop just because I don't like to talk about cash shops in first impression since I don't really know enough about the game, what's important, what's not important, that type of thing. All right. And this is where we'll end it. Come on. Oh, no matter what, it has to be C-ranked. Womp womp. Has to be C-ranked. And it's very easy. When you get better gear, you can instantly equip it. And there it is. Very, very nice. So anyway, guys, that will do it. Once again, my name is FG3000. This is Darkness Rises. Highly recommend this title if this is the type of genre that you're into on mobile. Give it a shot. We'll see you next video. Later.